What is up, y'all? Welcome to my video. Welcome to my channel. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Jen. You can find me over on Instagram as JENFITNESS. I'm super excited about this video. As you can tell by the title, we are talking about gratitude. Look, if you follow me on Instagram, you know I practice gratitude daily. So I'm very, very grateful to be making this video right now. I've been wanting to for months and months and months. We are here, that's all that matters, and I'm super duper excited. So we're gonna start with a little quote. Love this quote so much. And it is from Dr. Robert Holden. He wrote this book called Shift Happens. I read it a couple years ago. Love it, love it, love it. 10 out of 10 recommend. It says, the miracle of gratitude is that it shifts your perception to such an extent that it changes the world you see. Listen, Linda, we're going to get into the details right now of how gratitude has changed my life, but just know that that quote, it's powerful. This is my first ever gratitude journal. First date in here is May 11th, 2015. First ever thing I wrote was grateful to be alive, grateful for my family, for my job, and for all of my opportunities. I'm having like a moment right now, guys. I haven't really looked at this. It's so crazy to see, like you can genuinely see the shift in my mindset like throughout these years. This is crazy. Just so you guys know what I do, I wake up every morning and the first thing I do is I grab my gratitude journal before I even get out of bed and I just write three things that I'm grateful for. Even on days that I felt like it and I felt like it wasn't, like there was not much that I could find that brought me joy, you could see that I still tried to like write stuff. So like for example, some days I'm very specific with like what I'm grateful for certain people, for certain events. Other days it's just like, I'm just grateful for a roof over my head. I'm grateful for another day in this world. And I think those are things that a lot of the times, I'll speak for myself, that maybe I take for granted, having a roof over my head, having food, and all those privileges that a lot of people don't have. So it's really cool to see this. My last one on this journal was January 20th, 2020. On my Instagram, I shared with you guys that I had just finished my journal and I was gonna get another one. And someone was like, dude, you should write in Spanish. And so I just started alternating, like whatever language I feel like writing in that morning, I go for it. When I started my gratitude journal, it was 2015. I graduated 2 quarters early from college and I went to travel alone for a month in Italy. I was post breakup. I was in a dark place. We can save that discussion for another video if y'all are interested. Okay, so let's get into this. So the first way gratitude has changed my life since practicing is that it sets the tone for the day. So especially now with COVID and us being, just really isolated, it can be really difficult for me to find things that I'm grateful for. I have waves where it's very easy, waves where it's more challenging. That's normal. I get to choose how I start my day. I get to choose the intention that I start my day with. And by choosing gratitude first thing in the morning, it opens your eyes to just a different world. It changes the way that like I respond to different situations. I know there were moments where I would either forget to write in my gratitude journal or just not be in the mood. And I vividly remember how different those days were. And I know it sounds crazy, but just trust me on this. I look back and I'm just like, whoa, dude, like this week sucked. Okay, so the second way practicing gratitude has changed my life is that it truly, truly helps me find one little glimmer of gratitude in almost every situation. I say almost because I'm still practicing. So obviously some situations it's a lot harder for me to find the light in the situation. Give you guys a little example, a little glimpse into my life. A couple years ago, my grandma was diagnosed with breast cancer. So they didn't think that they were going to be able to do chemo. And so, after a couple weeks or months, I don't even remember the timeline, the doctor ended up saying like, hey, she's ready for chemo. And so the reason why I share this example is because like I'm even getting emotional now, but it was just a terrifying, cancer's horrible, it's scary. And in that moment, I was like, thank goodness, like if she's able to do chemo, if the doctor thinks that chemo is a great idea, that means she's strong enough to do it. And so that's a little example of how like there's that little glimmer of hope when you practice gratitude that I have noticed in my life. Okay, number 3 is that practicing gratitude has really, really allowed me to experience every emotion without like pushing any of them down. So what I mean by that is there's this difference between like practicing gratitude, feeling grateful, and this toxic positivity. The difference is one is just like, okay, you can find gratitude while accepting the challenges, while accepting the uncomfortable emotions, which has been my experience thus far. Toxic positivity on the other side is like, bro, life is great. It's okay to acknowledge that it sucks sometimes. Like, it's okay to acknowledge that, hey, work is super overwhelming. And at the same time, I'm grateful that I have a job. So I think there's those two different pieces that it's really important to kind of point out, which practicing gratitude has really shown me like, hey, you're gonna feel anxious, you're gonna feel angry, you're gonna feel sad. What can you learn from this, and what gratitude comes out of that? And so that's been one of the greatest things, and a misconception that I really wanted to clear up, that practicing gratitude and feeling grateful doesn't mean that you're not sad, doesn't mean that you're not angry. Like, trust me, your girl feels every emotion. I welcome them all. I love emotions. Ask my friends, ask my family. Probably not. The 4th thing that gratitude has done for me is overall, my baseline has gone up so high in terms of energy, confidence, my mood. Like, y'all, when I tell you I see myself and I see my writing and I just remember and reflect on 2015, and honestly, even like 2 years ago, 1 year ago, this is where it used to be off screen. This is where it used to be. This is where it is now. With that being said, I still have like fluctuations, right? Like, baseline is baseline. There's still great days, there's challenging days, there's all that stuff in between. However, practicing gratitude every day for 5 years, I feel like the baseline is so much higher. Just the self-love, truly, truly connecting and feeling grateful like from within. There's nothing better than feeling good, because it transfers to every area of your life. It transfers to your relationships. It transfers over to work, to friendships, to everything. Last but not least, number 5, the scientific thing that gratitude has done for me is it has literally altered my brain. So there's a lot of studies that show that people who express gratitude and practice gratitude, it changes their brain functioning. And the 2 chemicals that gratitude release are dopamine and serotonin, which are your feel-good chemicals. What that means is basically like the moment I express gratitude, those chemicals are released a little bit. The long-term effects obviously take time. So I'm not saying like you're gonna feel insanely good every single time you write in your gratitude journal or express gratitude. However, there is that little release. So it's pretty cool. It's backed by science, baby. We love science. All right, y'all, that is it. 5 ways that gratitude has changed my life in the past 5 years. It's about to be 6 years. I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope that either you continue to practice gratitude or it is something that you begin to do. I swear it is hard to get into. You might not see the changes right away. Stick with it. It's so worth it. But yeah, if you liked this, please like, subscribe, find me on Instagram, and I will see you guys in the next video.